In the heart of ancient China, over 2,500 years ago, a man was born who would forever change the course of history, not just in his homeland, but throughout the world. His name was Confucius, and his ideas, teachings, and wisdom would shape the soul of China and influence countless generations. Confucius was born in 551 BCE during a time of great upheaval and conflict in China. His family, though once noble, had fallen on hard times. His father died when he was just 3 years old, leaving him and his mother in poverty. But even in these difficult times, Confucius was determined to learn, to seek knowledge, and to understand the world around him. From an early age, Confucius had a passion for learning. He studied everything he could: history, music, literature, and philosophy. But he wasn't just interested in gaining knowledge for the sake of it. Confucius believed that knowledge had a higher purpose: to improve society, to bring order, and to create harmony among people. China at the time was a divided land, torn apart by war and internal strife. The people suffered under corrupt rulers, and Confucius saw the consequences of a society that had lost its moral compass. He knew that something had to change, and he believed that the key to that change lay in the power of education and virtue. Confucius became a teacher, dedicating his life to passing on his wisdom to others. He believed that everyone, regardless of their social standing, had the potential to learn and grow. His teachings focused on the importance of ethics, respect, and the moral responsibilities of both rulers and individuals. At the heart of his philosophy was the idea of Ren, the concept of humanity, compassion, and kindness toward others. Confucius wasn't content to remain a teacher in one place. He traveled from state to state, seeking to influence the rulers of China. He wanted to restore order to a fractured society and bring peace to a land at war. But despite his wisdom, many rulers were not ready to hear his message. They were more concerned with power and wealth than with virtue and justice. Though he was often turned away, Confucius never gave up. He believed that true change took time, and that his ideas would one day find their place in the world. Confucius spent his later years teaching and writing. His students, who revered him, would later record his sayings and ideas in what would become known as the Analects, a collection of teachings that would inspire people for centuries to come. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Though Confucius passed away in 479 BCE, his ideas lived on. Over time, his philosophy became the foundation of Chinese society. His teachings on respect for elders, the importance of family, and the value of education shaped the culture and moral code of China for thousands of years. Confucianism became a guiding force not only in China but in other parts of East Asia, influencing the way people lived and governed their societies. Confucius taught that harmony in society could only be achieved through the cultivation of virtue and wisdom. His ideas on leadership were revolutionary for his time. He believed that rulers should lead by example, showing benevolence and justice, rather than ruling through fear and force. This concept of leadership, known as the mandate of heaven, would shape Chinese political thought for centuries. At the heart of Confucius' philosophy was the belief that the way to true peace and prosperity was through moral integrity and compassion. He saw that the real strength of a nation lay not in its wealth or military power, but in the character of its people. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Even today, Confucius' teachings continue to resonate. His wisdom on how to live a good life, how to govern justly, and how to build a harmonious society remains relevant in the modern world. His ideas transcend time, culture, and geography, offering guidance to those who seek wisdom and a better way of living. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius was not just a philosopher. He was a guide, a teacher, and a beacon of wisdom for humanity. His teachings remind us of the importance of integrity, compassion, and the power of knowledge. So, as we continue our journey through life, may we carry with us the timeless lessons of Confucius, the philosopher who shaped the soul of China. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and legacy of Confucius. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with those who seek wisdom. Stay tuned for more stories of the thinkers and leaders who shaped our world.